Today we are going to learn file management in Linux. So let's start that. So we know that mkdir will create a new directory. But if you want to create a nested folder structure, then we have the command called as mkdir-p. Then you can give a project or a folder path here. So folder path can be project slash src slash backend, something like this. So if you want to create these multiple folder at once, we have to give the flag called as -p. Now if I do ls, I have the project folder, and if I go inside project folder, I should have a folder called as src. Then if I go inside src, I have the folder called as backend here. So this is how we can create multiple folder at once using -p flag. Now let me create one file here. For example, I will create a file vi and file.txt. Then I can press I for insert mode. Then I can add some content here. Then if I want to save this file, then I can press escape, then :wq. Now file.txt is created. And now if I want to edit this file, then I can again run vi file.txt. And I can modify the file. And if I want to save it, then escape :wq. But if I don't want to save this, then I can just give q and exclamatory. So if I give :wq, it will write and quit the file. If I give only q, it will just quit the file. It will not save this content what I have modified now. Then enter. So if you modified the file by mistake, then you can just quit the file using :q and exclamatory mark. Then there is something called hidden files in Linux. So in Linux, if the file started with dot, we call those files as hidden files. So if I create one file here, for example, vi.test, then I can add some dummy content here and save that file. Now if I do ls here, it shows only file.txt. This .txt file is not there. That is because this is the hidden file. It starts with the dot. And if you want to see the hidden file, then you can run ls-a. -a flag means it will list all the files, including the hidden files. Now here you can see .txt file also. Now I want to create an archive. Similar to zip file, in Linux we can create a tar file as an archive. So to create an archive, we have the command tar, then the flag is -cvf. C means creating an archive, so C means create, and V means verbose mode, and F means the archive file name. So file name can be, I will just name it as archive.tar. Then the other file names, which file I want to include this in tar file. I can include file.txt, then I can include .test. Once I run this, it will list all the files included in this particular archive. This is because I have included v flag in my command. Now if I run ls, now you can see archive.tar file here. Now you can share this file with anyone, or if you want to copy this archive to some other location, you can do that using cp command. Cp archive.tar. For example, if I want to copy this to my home directory, then I can just add this symbol. This symbol indicates it is a home directory. So if I do cd and if I run pwd, it will be my home directory of this particular Ubuntu user. And if I run ls here, I have that particular tar file here. Now if I want to unarchive this file or untar this file, I have the command called as tar-xvf. Here v and f means v means verbose and f means file name that we know, and x means extract. Then you can give the file name, that is archive.tar. And we are running in verbose mode, that's why it is listing these two particular files. And now if I do ls here, I have the file.txt, and if I run ls-a, I have .test file also. Here you can see there are multiple files and multiple directories. Those are hidden, like .ssh or .cache. These all are hidden directories. Then similar to shortcuts in Windows, we have the soft links and hard links in Linux. Now if you want to create a link for this file.txt file, then we have the command called as ln. Then for the soft link, I have the flag -s. Then I can give a file name, the target file name, that is file.txt. Then I can add a link name. For example, I will just give soft. Now there should be a soft link is created. If I run ls, there is one more file called as soft here. If I do cat soft, it will have same content as file.txt file. If I do cat file.txt also, it will have the same content. This is just a soft link. If I want to create a hard link, then I can run ln and the file name and the link name. There is no need to provide the -s flag. If I remove -s flag now, and I will just name it as hard link here, and if I do ls now, I have two things. One is soft link and another one is hard link. And if I run cat and hard link, I have the same content here. Now if I modify my original file, and I will just add content like modify and escape :wq. Now if I run cat file.txt, this is modified, and if I run cat soft, this is also have the modified content, and if I run cat hard, it will also have the modified content. So soft and hard links are just links to that particular original file. If the original file is modified, these links are also get modified. Now here if I run ls-l, and for soft link we can see an arrow mark, and that is pointed to the original file here, but that is not there for hard link. So you can see this hard link is just another file. You can see hyphen here. Yesterday I explained while I explained the permissions, the first character represents whether it is a directory or file. But for soft link we have the another character called as L here. So D is for directory, hyphen is for file, and L is for soft link. Now if I delete my original file, what happens? For example, if I clear this screen first, then if I run rm and the file.txt. Now if I do ls, both hard and soft files are there, but soft is in red. And if I do cat soft, there is no such file or directory. And if I do cat hard, the content is there. So this is the difference between soft link and hard link. In soft link, if the original file is get deleted, the link will be broken. But in hard link, even if the original file is get deleted, the hard link file will be existed. Now let me go back to my backend directory, and if I do ls, all the files are there here. If you want to know the size of a file, then you can just run du-h, then the file name. So here file size is 4 KB. Similarly, you can do this for directory size, du-h, and the directory name. Directory name can be dot. Dot means current directory. So here current directory is backend, and backend have 24 KB of data. There is something called as pipe symbol in Linux. The pipe symbol is nothing but it will connect two commands. Pipe will be very much helpful in Linux. For example, consider my directory will have some 1000 files, and you want to list only the files with some particular names. Then I can run ls. It will list all the files. Then I can add a pipe symbol. This means I am connecting this ls command with another command. Then for filter we have the grep command in Linux. Then I can add something called as file here. Now it will list only file.txt file. If I just run ls, it will list all the files. But with the pipe and grep, I have listed only the file.txt file. And there is one more command called as stat in Linux. So if I do stat and file name, this command will give all the details of this particular file. So these are the various commands we can run for file management. Now I want to explain some of the important directories in Linux. These are some of the important directories in Linux. First I will switch to the root user so that I don't get permission denied error. So I can just run sudo su. Now if I run who am I am root. First directory slash means root directory. So if I go to cd slash, this is the root directory, and I will have these many directories in this particular root directory. All these directories are important directories. Don't delete these directories. So next directory is slash home directory. Slash home means it is the user home directory. This I have explained yesterday also. If I run cd slash home, I have the user's home directories. Developer 1 home is developer 1 directory, and Ubuntu home directory is Ubuntu. Next directory is etc file. This directory will consist all the configuration files. For example, if I go to cd slash etc, and if I do ls here, all these are configuration files. Yesterday we talked about passwd file and group file. Those configuration files also exist in this etc directory. Next directory is var directory. This var directory will consist of logs and variables data. So if I go to cd slash var, and if I do ls here, these are the important directories in var directory. Generally in var we have the log directory. This is very important directory, and other variable directories also here. The next directory is bin directory. Bin means it will have all the essential binaries. It consists all the Linux commands actually. So if I run cd slash bin, and if I do ls, it will have all these commands actually. You can see ln and ls. All these commands are in this particular binary directory or slash bin directory. Slash usr directory, it will have all the user installed applications related data. So if I go here and do cd slash usr, and if I clear my screen and if I run ls, so these are the directories present in the slash usr directory. Slash tmp directory, this directory will consist only the temporary files. So don't add any important files in this tmp directory. This directory should consist only the temporary files. Then slash dev for device files, and if I do cd slash dev and ls, it will have all the device files. Then slash proc for kernel and process files. So if I run cd slash proc, and if I do ls here, these are the process files. then /opt for optional software packages directory. So if I run cd/opt and if I do ls here, so here also we will get some software packages. So these are some of the important directories in Linux. So that's it for today. Today we learned about file management, and check out previous videos too. Subscribe and keep learning.